Well, hello there, Libra. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about the 13th through the 19th of October. I have the 12 cards in front of me from the overview video representing the 12 houses, and we are going to add more cards to it to go where we are, what's blocking us, what our solution is in each one of those 12 houses. This is a brand new spread for me, and I hope that you appreciate it, and it gives you all the detail you need. If it doesn't, or if you want to tell me how it's fitting for you, go ahead and leave me comments. Let me know what's going on. I appreciate all the input. It helps me know what to do or how to change up and make things better. All right? And always, of course, I appreciate all of your likes and subscribes. Every one of you matters to me. I care about all of you. I want to help you. That's why I'm doing what I do. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. All right? So here they are, all the 12 cards, and I'm going to go ahead and add more cards as we go. And while I'm doing this, we're going to add 24 cards. This round will be what's blocking you, and the next round will be what your solution is, all right? But I do want to share what my guides have been sharing with me about what we need to do. This week, all 12 signs are getting the same messages, so it's super exciting and interesting to see we're all embracing change, right? This is me embracing the change that my guides have given to me. They're like, this is what you got to do, and I'm like, really? This is a lot. This seems like a lot. But they were pretty adamant, and they were like, do it or don't do it, but you should really do it. So I'm trying something new. Change is the most important thing we can get into. We've been talking about it for months. We are now ready to embrace the change. We also need to step up and be in charge of what we need to be in charge of. Don't be afraid to be the change you need in whatever area you want things to be different, okay? The other thing to think about is embracing family and watching your finances and staying organized, maybe writing things down to help you stay organized. All of these things are part of what we're all doing right now, so I really like it. Oh, especially flexibility. Flexibility came up a lot. So we all need to stay flexible while we're going through the changes, okay? The more rigid we become, the more breakable you become. I feel like, I don't know why this comes up in my brain, but whenever the people who are most inebriated, meaning drunk, are usually the ones who come out of car accidents and other earthquake situations just fine, because they are completely plowed, and they don't make themselves rigid before they land. So the more fluid you can be when you're starting to maybe go into a crash or some situation, it's when we get rigid. When we get rigid is when things break. But if we stay fluid, everything goes where it needs to, and we get bruises, okay? Just a weird thought for the universe. I'm not sure why that came out, but my guides wanted me to tell you that. Okay, so let's talk about the self for you for the week of the 13th through the 19th in October, all right? So we are talking about the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles shows me that who you are and what's going on for you right now. You're having a mentality of abundance. You're feeling pretty good. You're feeling like you've got enough money to take care of whatever you need to take care of. You're feeling fluid financially, which is good. I like that. You're feeling abundant. That is going to play really nicely for the entire week, I hope. The Four of Pentacles is showing that where you're blocked is feeling like the foundation is solid. Isn't that interesting? Sometimes we feel like we have enough money, but we don't feel like the foundation is strong, right? So whatever you're doing, the structure of how you save your money is still in your mind as not quite complete. So you're still working on that. So here's the devil. We want you to try not to sabotage yourself right now, okay? So yeah, this is you probably making trouble for you, okay? This is an unfortunate placement, but at the same time, we're going to keep an eye on that as we move forward, and we'll see how and where you might be sabotaging yourself, all right? It'll come out in the cards. So let's talk about money, right? So in the money department, you're going to be letting go of one idea to move on to another, okay? So this will be something that you've been working on. This is not something, holy cow, lightning struck and I'm changing my mind. Nope. You've been doing the homework. You've been figuring things out. You've been mulling it over. This is a deeply you've been really thinking it through a lot. So you've been deeply thinking about this, okay? This is not, you're not a jumper-inner on that situation, but remember the Four of Pentacles over here, you're not feeling comfortable with your foundation, so you're wanting to fix it, okay? So now we have the Star card showing up in your block department and the money. This is showing that the work would be over and that you're into the easy part, and you are not. So you are doing hard work right now to get your finances squared away, and you're using a new idea. Yep, your solution is the Ace of Wands. A new idea is here to say, hey, check this out. I'm having a good time. So yes, we want you to have a good time. We want you to embrace the changes. We want you to embrace the information, and it's going to be great. You're going to have a good time with this, okay? So I like that these are all coming together. You're embracing the change. You're embracing the work available, and you're handling it. Okay, now then, let us talk about your communication for the week. You are going to be sending out a big goal group email, and you're going to get information flowing, right? But you're not going to be doing anything more than that. You're going to get people going, start the conversation, right? There will be no solidification or no good foundation information will be coming. So just be aware that you're not going to strengthen your foundation with your communicating skills. You're just simply communicating, letting people know what's going on and where you're going and what's going on, and it's like a family note. Hey family, check out what I'm doing. Okay, cool. And you will get a response from somebody of like mind who's going to be like, man, I totally understand how you're feeling. It's cool. I get it. Hang in there. We're in this together. We're going to be handling this together. If you want to talk, give me a call. All right? So you have one person who's going to totally support you 100%. Even if the foundation of this conversation doesn't, you send it out to a bunch of people and you only get back like one note. And you're like, well, that was depressing. But don't let it bother you. Just realize other people are just as busy or curious about other things as you are. And it doesn't mean they don't love you, okay? That's the biggest thing to know, is it doesn't mean that the people who aren't communicating back to you, doesn't mean they don't care about you. It means they're just super busy, okay? Now then, family. Let's talk about your family. You have an idea. You want to walk through a doorway with family. You want to be open to the possibilities with your family. You want to appreciate that things are changing with your family. This could be, one more time, this could be also walking towards your family, walking through a doorway toward your family as opposed to away from your family. But some of you are going to be moving out, and some of you might be moving back in, or even still some are just sort of reconnecting. This could very easily just be a connection, reconnecting. So the Two of Wands is about you having an opportunity to reconnect. Excellent. I like that. Very good. Now then, the Hermit is here. Interesting. Yeah, if you give in to the Hermit, you will be blocking yourself from your family. Okay? The Hermit is always about staying by yourself. I want to stay by myself right now. Well, that's going to block your family completely. So maybe don't do that. All right? I know it's hard, but you're going to try and work it out. Maybe you give them a specific amount of time, and then you do what you can do within the specific amount of time, and then you're off. So you're making boundaries while you're opening doors, all right? Now then, the Page of Wands, new information will be coming to you that will be very information. You'll be learning things. If you go and hang out with your family, you'll be learning things that you need to know, okay? So if you don't hang out with your family, you will miss the information. You'll be out of the loop. And that's not a great place to be sometimes. Sometimes it kind of blows, all right? So now then, let's go ahead and talk about the love department. We were talking about wanting to get involved in new hobbies. We've been talking about dogs. We've been talking about gardening. I'm just throwing things out there. You do you, okay? Could be kayaking, could be hang gliding, or something else that really pulls your trigger. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that works for you, you're working and you're moving on it, okay? You are getting some headway. You've decided to make some major moves. I feel like you're going to get some new gear. to go with whatever you're doing. You're very excited about it. You're moving forward. You're excited about the process. So you're either going to get like new garden beds for the garden, or you're going to get new sneakers and a camel pack so you can walk the dog even longer with fill that bad boy up with coffee since you're going to be walking at 5 a.m. Whatever your plan is, you're getting your gear together. You're moving forward with the plan, and you're excited about it. So that's good news. I love that. The Six of Pentacles shows that you may not have as much money to take care of whatever you want to as you think. So if you're doing whatever you're doing, if it's a big hobby, you need a full-size kayak, or you need a bunch of gear that's expensive, you may want to look at, getting some less expensive gear or some used gear that will help you move forward with what you want to do. It may not be top of the line, but you'll be able to partake. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to take that in consideration. Don't stop yourself because of the money. Don't stop yourself, but find another way, okay? Let this cause creativity to burst out of you, all right? And the Tower is here showing that things are going to fall together when you let the universe know what you want, okay? So tell the universe, tell your friends, tell people what you're looking for. I really, really, really need a proper kayak that doesn't have a hole in it, and that is, got the paddle thing in it, and then the little skirt thing. I'm going to make do with all of that, and then I'll upgrade each thing as I go, all right? So, plus, by having used something that was used, you actually learn what you prefer, right? So, you're making moves to get started without having it be all about the money. I love that. Good for you. And that's going to be awesome when you ask for extra help. Things will fall together for you because you've done it the right way, all right? Now then, we're going to talk about the work/health department. We are talking about how you are fighting for your financial worth and value at work. You're like, hey, I need to understand what's going on. I really am seeing that we talked about over here in the financial department, you may have to let go of an idea that you were going to get paid for your medical, right, or something like that. So here you are fighting about it a little bit more. You're going, hey man, I want to make sure about this. I want to make sure about what's going on here. But we've come to understand that, okay, this is what I'm giving up one thing, but I'm going to get something else in return. So, okay, cool. So maybe they don't pay for my medical, but I'll end up with more decision-making power and more options for my health care because of it. So Knight of Pentacles shows that you're fighting for your worth and value in that situation. And the information that is empowering to you that you can't share is going to block you. Okay, so take it as it comes. Don't overthink it. Don't let it be a situation. I know it's already a secret that's holding you back from fighting for your worth and value, but maybe you're discovering the company really just can't afford medical for anybody, and then you'll talk to other people and figure out what they're doing and be like, oh, okay, cool, this is new information, I get it, this company just hasn't had a good time with that yet, they don't have enough employees or whatever, so you're going to be like, okay, this is empowering information, I get it, there's no reason for me to fight. It'll stop you from fighting because there's nothing to fight about if you find out they just really don't have it. They don't have it. There's nothing to fight for. And so it's going to actually give you a stronger foundation in your own ideas. You're like, oh, okay, now that I know what's really going on, I can proceed with what I know and what I understand. And I'm going to be stronger in my thinking now that I have that clear. So that's what's going on at work. Let us talk about your physical health and your personal health, all right? So you're fighting you want to be appreciated for what you're working on. You want people to notice that you're working out and getting better, so you're starting to think about wanting to get nicer clothes or stuff like that so that you can show off that beautiful new figure that you've been working toward. And of course, the Three of Swords is here, showing that you may find out that it's not quite time yet. You're not quite to one of those good goals where you feel comfortable doing that. Okay, so you want to just hold your horses a little bit, pull back, let this information that comes to you empower you, but let it be like, oh, if I wait another 2 weeks before I make the investment in new wardrobe, I'll make a bigger splash. All right, so we're going to be cool, we're going to be chill, we're not going to overreact. And now we have a stronger foundation of ideas about what we're going to do. You're learning about new catalogs that might have good clothes that you want, and at better prices. So you're making better decisions at this time. So your ideas are coming together. You don't want to overdo or fight to spend more money when you don't need to yet. You might find better bargains on different things you're looking for because you want to show off. That's good news. All right. So we're moving on to the next department, which is going to be relationships and marriage. All right. Indeed, the Six of Wands. We are standing up for our ideas. We're sharing our ideas. And the Six of Wands wants you to say, yeah, here's what I'm thinking about. And I really want to share this with you. These are my ideas. And, after last week when we were dealing with all the struggle and the fight and redefining what we wanted, because you are defining your own relationship all by yourselves. Now you have some cool ideas you want to share. You're going to do that. There may be some hang-ups in there. Other people's expectations about what's going on here could slow things down, right? They still have a couple of hang-ups left over from last week. You're going to have more conversations, okay, about what's going on. It doesn't have to be an instantaneous agreement. It just has to be an understanding, okay? So you kind of understand each other, you think it through. Nobody's here is saying no, okay? This is just more conversations, working through some hang-ups, okay? And it's just a little residue left over from last week, okay? This is residue left over from last week, slowing things down a little bit. And we are indeed going to be having a conversation that will talk about the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is your solution, and it speaks to new ideas about how to handle money. Okay, so new ideas about ways and means to make more money. And it's really, I think, in this situation with your relationship, it's about you two coming to an understanding about what you know about relationships and money and coming into decisions like, oh, so we have a single group account where we both put the same amount in each month or week or whatever, and then we have separate accounts so that everybody has their mad money and nobody has to see from the group account what anyone got for their birthday or Christmas, la la la. So we want to be cool. We want to keep things separated. We want to have a little extra money. It isn't that anyone's independently wealthy, but I mean, we haven't got to the prenuptial agreement situation yet. But we're definitely, some of you might be there right now thinking about that. And that might be something that you definitely are thinking about, is how can I protect my dough? So keep that in mind. Some of you will be wanting to make sure about that, and that's okay. That's part of something else. But no, take care of your money situation, come to some agreements. I think that's the residual situation, is the thing holding you and your person back from doing what you want to do is this money stuff. And you'll figure it out. Each relationship has to figure out their own way, and there is nothing written in stone how it has to happen. Not even what I just said has to be how it happens. You could just put it all in one bank account and call it good. And now you're in it to win it. All the names are on the same paperwork. Everyone owns the house together. All of the things are together. As you wish. You do you. Okay? So that's very important to figure out who's doing what and who's bringing in the money, etc., etc., etc. All right? Now then, let us talk about our death and release department. All right? Things that we're letting go of so we can move forward. All right? We are looking at the King of Swords. The King of Swords is here. Yeah, he was particular about every little thing, and he knows exactly what he wants you to get rid of. This is a male energy person. This could be you, but it's most likely somebody else who's showing up to say, this is what you need to do. And these are the things. He's going to make a big list about things you need to get rid of and how you need to get rid of them. And he's very particular. So that's a lot to take in. But for some reason, actually, this is the Sun. This isn't new for you. This isn't new information. You've heard it all before. Remember, the Queen of Swords showed up last week, and she blocked you from what you wanted to do. So this isn't new information. You're not surprised by what you're hearing, and you're not taking notes. You're just like, okay, this is nothing new. I've seen it all before. Great, wonderful. Thanks for that. But yeah, the fact that it's not new is kind of blocking you as well. But we now have the Ten of Pentacles. So you might be getting a boost. Maybe you'll get a little financial boost from family that say, here, we're going to help you buy a storage unit so you don't have to make big decisions right away. Maybe it's time for you to do something different, but you haven't quite come to that yet, and you're going to get some financial help to give yourself a little leeway, all right? This is you not making a decision yet. This is you getting a little financial leeway, all right? Now then, let us talk about the movement and travel department. You are taking your power back as far as movement goes in your life. You've said, okay, I tried to let somebody else handle it. It didn't go very well. I'm going to have to be in charge now, okay? So here I am. I'm going to be in charge. It was cool. I let someone try. It didn't go so well. I'll let them be in charge of something else, okay? Whether it's hunting and gathering ideas of where to go and what to do once you get to where you're going. So if you are traveling around the world and you've got your destinations that you figured out, and then you figure out what you want to do when you get to those locations, so that when you land for a certain period of time, you have something to do, right? That's cool, like that idea. We have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is here talking about remembering your lessons from your past. Definitely remembering how this went in the past when you took your power back with a friend. So when you do it gently, you do it carefully, you do it with understanding that you know what she likes, you know what she likes to do is to find new opportunities. And you're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. You really like to let her do what she loves, right? And now you can have her do that. It isn't just about you taking your power back. It's about giving somebody else worth and value as you move forward. You've learned this lesson before. You don't want to ruin the party. So yeah, as a matter of fact, you're going to make really good things happen. This is the Empress. You're reaping all kinds of good things because you've put her in her wheelhouse. She wasn't set up to do, she's not the person who likes to set up the logistics of when, where, and how, blah, blah, blah. She's much more of the, ooh, pretty things. What are we going to see when we get there? So by all means, let her do that. Let her figure out what you're going to do when you get there. You figure out lodging and travel. Perfect. You do you. Each of you does your own job, and everybody's happy. You're manifesting exactly what you want because you're doing it this way. Nice. Yay. It's a group experience. Everyone's handling their thing. Nice. Ambition, what gets you up in the morning? What's your cup of coffee, right? Let's talk about that. We have the Knight of Cups. Fighting for your heart's desire gets you up in the morning. At least this week it does. So you are excited about what you want and what you need in your life. You're excited about proceeding forward with what you care about the most, okay? So that's good. Interesting. Wow. So there will be something about this that is reminding you of stuff from the past. Yeah. And you dwelling on the things that you had to go through to get here is going to slow you down. Okay. So you want to stay in the present right now. You want to stay right here, right now. Take care of what's going on in front of you and nothing else. Okay. Right. The win will be the Ace of Pentacles, showing that you are financially winning. Everything is coming out okay. You're getting the job. You're moving forward. You're found another side hustle that's going to help you make the money you need to. But don't get bogged down in old stuff, right? We're going to let the past be the past and know that we are here now, taking care of these people, and these people are the ones who are not those people back there. So they were not the ones telling you that you aren't worthwhile, you aren't okay. These are different people. These are the ones who are on board and they want to play with you, okay? So let's talk about your friends department. What is going on in your friends department? Ooh, there's new information about ways to make more money. You have the Page of Pentacles showing up here. Your friends have new ideas for your side hustle. They want you to prosper and they want you to have a little extra something. Maybe they're talking about how the thing you love the most is going to end up making some money over here. Haha. Maybe you'll add a few other dogs to your dog walking and you'll get paid for it. Fabulous. So either way, you're going to have other opportunities to make more money. Nice. The Queen of Pentacles, there's going to be a lady who always likes a good bargain who's going to be getting in the way of your situation. She's a naysayer. In this situation, she is a naysayer. She's like, oh, but it'll cost too much to do this. It'll cost too, you can't charge that, and da-da-da. You can't, nobody's going to go for that, la la la. She's a financial naysayer because she doesn't understand the worth and value that other people put on services, right? If you're going to do a service for somebody, she just lives in a place of lack where everything is cheap, and if it isn't cheap, she's not going to do it. So that's her whole game. And she will never see anybody else just raking in money as anything but crazy. I'm like, how is that possible? Why would anyone pay that much for that? Because that's her story. So don't listen to her story. Her story has nothing to do with who you are or what you're worth or what you can make happen, okay? So, I mean, if you get people, you make peanut butter cookies, put them in bags, and you start selling them to people for $5 a pop, she would think that was nuts, and that's okay. That's her deal. But, you know, you consistently spend $5 plus on cookies at Starbucks, so home-baked would be even better, don't you think? I think so. So let's talk about what's going on here for your solution with your friends, all right? So there's the Lover's card showing that there's going to be a really nice meeting of the minds and maybe even the hearts with some of your friends. If you already have a relationship going, this is probably not about that, but you're going to have like a really nice partnership. Maybe somebody else wants to help you make the cookies, or maybe somebody else wants to help you work on packaging for the cookies, because that's a whole nother deal. I know how to make cookies, but I don't know how to package them properly and safely and whatever and make it pretty. So, I mean, saran wrap and all that, yada yada, but it's not the same as having somebody actually help you package and do the right things and get the little tiny labels. And of course, certification and whatnot. So then you have your labels that show the contents of the cookies in the teeny tiny itty bitty writing. So, all that stuff has to be covered and whatnot, but you're also in a position right now where it's just a side hustle. It's nothing serious yet, all right? But you have a partner in crime who wants to help you in this situation. So you're not being just given all this information and thrown out into the wilds. Somebody wants to help. Perfect. So let us now speak to the unknown. What is the unknown? The unknown is basically an area where we're getting cards that actually refer to many houses and are therefore cross-pollinating. And they weren't good enough for one department because they actually speak to many. So here we go. Let's talk about what's going on. We have the Queen of Cups. Being emotionally available and aware of what's going on. This could be a separate person who is emotionally available, who is speaking from her emotions in many areas, or it could very much be just you being open to sharing your feelings in several different places. I feel like if you were to share your feelings here when you're communicating, share your feelings with your family, share your feelings, well, over here in this love department, it will certainly jump on board and help out. Likewise, over here, you're going to end up winning as you step up, and you are fighting for your worth and value, but we discovered new information might be empowering and help you do better. So sharing your feelings in all these areas is going to be very helpful, all right? What will block you? All right, Seven of Wands. Aha! Seven of Wands is always about standing up for your ideas, using a convincing argument. Being a block, so in some of these readings, the blocking card may or may not be a blocking card. It might just be additional information. So sometimes I found in other signs that they were just really lining up too nicely to be a block. They were actually helping. So we're talking about the Queen of Cups, being an emotional person, and now standing up for your ideas in all areas. I think here with your friends, you're going to want to stand up for yourself. Ace of along with your ambition department, certainly with your friend in travel. You're winning over here, standing up for yourself. So yeah, with your death and release department and your friends and your lovers and marriage, perfect. So, I mean, there's a lot of areas here where just standing up for what you want is going to be very smart, okay? I love it. You're doing great. This is very good. Now then, the Knight of Wands. Haha. The solution in all areas is fighting for your ideas. Fighting for your ideas. So yes, overall, in all 10 areas, 12, 11, there we go. I can do math, I swear. So in all 11 houses, you're definitely going to want to step up and fight for your ideas. Don't be alarmed. Obviously, you want to come off as reasonably understanding, but making sure that they're hearing you, okay? You don't ever want anyone to feel like you didn't care, it wasn't that big a deal in your mind. You want them to know it's always a big deal and you're handling your business as best you can, and this is what you want. And if it turns out different, it'll remain flexible, all right? So that's very cool. All right. So Libra, this is your week of the 13th through the 19th of October. That's a big deal, right? I see a lot of things happening that are very good for you, and I hope that this comes for you and is good for you too. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it works out. I really appreciate all of you. This is great stuff, and if by chance you want to like and subscribe, that would be lovely. I really appreciate the one and the all of you. I love you guys. This is why I do this. I want you to see what's coming so that you're better prepared. All right? And we're going to talk next week about the 20th through the 26th. Thank you so much for being here.